76 years, wow. Happy Charter Day, NCJW, Greater Long Beach, and West Orange County. It is such an honor to say a few words on the anniversary of your charter. The Talmud teaches in Ta'anit, at a time when the community is suffering, no one should say, I will go home, eat, drink, and be at peace with myself. We are all in the NCJW movement because we internalize this value, and we know there are a great number of issues women, children, and families are facing in the United States today. At this moment, I'm sitting here in Washington, D.C., waiting for the other shoe to drop. Any day now, the Supreme Court will issue its decision in the Dobbs case, and abortion access will likely evaporate for women across the country. And we know that as terrible as this is for all women and people who can get pregnant, those most impacted will largely be Black women, women of color, low-income people, and those who have been historically marginalized and underrepresented. After researching and speaking to those most impacted, including the reproductive justice organizations who are leading the way in the fight to keep abortion legal and accessible, we learned that the best thing that we can do in this moment as an organization is provide direct funding to those who do this work best. That is why NCJW partnered with the National Abortion Federation, NAF, to launch the Jewish Fund for Abortion Access. For the first time in our 129-year history, NCJW will be fundraising for another domestic organization. We are doing this because we know this is how we can make the biggest impact. The Jewish Fund for Abortion Access helps NAF's emergency relief efforts by funding the largest abortion hotline in the country to provide individuals with the information they need to access an abortion based on where they live and connect them with a case manager who will provide ongoing support. That support includes funding for travel over state lines for those who need it, as well as funding for abortion care. We have already raised over $50,000 for the fund. This is exciting. Head to ncjw.org/abortion-fund to add your support. But the work of NCJW is about more than just fighting for abortion access. NCJW advocates across the country are working to ensure protection of the most fundamental rights of women, children, and families everywhere. Currently, NCJW is the leading Jewish voice for paid family leave, a fair, independent, and qualified judiciary, the child tax credit and affordable childcare, voting access and engagement, equity in the workplace, and healthcare, including abortion access. And the J in NCJW really matters. We do this work because we are Jewish. We do this work with our Jewish values at the center. Advocating for the most impacted brings our Jewish values to life. And we have learned that although we are a historically white organization, we must always center around our work around those most impacted and operate in partnership with BIPOC partners. We are an influential and growing movement because each of us does our part. It is because of you that we continue to stand up and speak out against injustice. Kavod habriot, the dignity of every human, is one of the most sacred commandments in Jewish scripture. Dignity, first and foremost, not just for the wealthy and well-connected, but for all people. The work of Greater Long Beach and West Orange County sections exemplifies these values and brings us closer to the future we envision. And you've been doing this for 76 years. We are so grateful to have you in the NCJW movement. Mazal Tov and Kol HaKavod.